Audio check. Cool. Looks like we are going to be good to go here momentarily. Alright. Welcome to a very smoky and hazy Lime Rock Park for the NORL Busch Bonanza Wildfire 200K. Why don't I have that? There we go. Hey, would you look at that? On the front row, we've got Oliver Diggs and Tommy Davis. Second row, Gino Spear and Joe Mersdorf. Third row, Timothy McDonald, Scott Drake. Behind them, Joe Polson and Mike Carroll. Adam Beresford, Jackson Vetcher, John Cheeseman, and Gene Stapleton. Bear McComas and Nate Moorhead. Roderick Whitman. And that's Stephen Davis. Doug Spark, Tony Tonto Jr., Stephen Lowe, and Dwight York. John Batista and Bev Fresh. Dave Daniels. I'll find a camera where we can see something. There we go. Go to the chopper that probably shouldn't be flying. Jack Painter and Jared Shadle. Brian Lowe and Tony Gunk. Lawrence Van Buren and Ben White. Brian Phillips and Jared Mogard. Tony Pizarro and Rod Weston. Bobby Farrell and Kevin Corbett. Yuri Rodriguez and Ron Stout. Jim Fitzmaurice and Jacob Stump. And bringing up the rear, we have Nigel Ramaswamy and Isaac Groth. And that's how you do the entire starting grid in under 5 hours. Probably did that too fast, but we'll see. Yeah, oh no, we definitely did that too fast. Oh, I don't like that it's saying that 2 cars already have problems. It says Mike Carroll and Dwight York might have mechanical problems. I hope that was qualifying. Because if that's going to impact these guys on the grid, that might be really bad for our points leader. They've got some time to see if they can figure it out before the command to start engines, though, so fingers crossed for them. And the command has been given. The engines fire. We'll find out real quick if Carol's going to have a problem here getting off the grid. Carol does have some trouble on that car. That car is not moving off the grid. And they've pushed it clear of the grid. The 58's a little slow to get away, but is moving. Mike Carroll's going to really hope they can sort that car quickly. It is about a 1 minute lap here. Pace lap will be decently long, but I don't know how long it's going to take him to get that car across the track and over to his crew to look at it. Field is forming up, though, so we shouldn't have an issue there. I meant to tweak this camera, although it's not terrible. This camera's aimed a little high, though. Alright, here comes the field up over the top of the hill. They're going to have to navigate through this chicane 81 times today. This chicane is one of the tougher spots on the track. So Carroll's problems has moved Vatcher in the whole left side lane behind him up a spot. Down the hill. Under the bridge. Pace car's going to peel away here. The starter's got the flag in his hand. Carroll really needs to at least get a lap here because no points today is not going to be good. They are frantically working on that thing. Pace car peels away. Starter has them under control. Into the haze and smoke we go. Green, green, green from Lime Rock Park. Good getaway from Diggs. And off into turn one. Sphere looking for second. Track's going to change direction here on him now. And there's the direction change. If he can hang outside, he might get another shot at the next corner. Into turn three. And Sphere's going to come out of turn three with second spot. And up through the chicane. Getting high, wide, and handsome behind him here. Got a couple of extravaganza regulars starting further back, including Batista and Pizarro. They're going to be looking to work their way forward. And we've got a caution. Caution on the speedway at the end of the first lap. It sounds like there's been an incident out there on track. Rod Weston with the front end knocked off that car. Let's find out what happened. Oh, it happened early in the lap. Pizarro involved. Going down to turn one. Oh, Van Buren gets hooked across the field. Pizarro gets a little tap. Oh, Pizarro's going to get sent off here as they're all trying to scramble. Hard into the tires. That might be day over for Pizarro. Yeah, it was a mess there into turn one. They weren't the only ones to go around. Let's have a look at one of our cameras and see what happened to Van Buren here. Whole field cycling through. Van Buren gets hooked. He's going hard. Misses. Oh, he missed the wall, but he's going to get into this fence, and that's going to do him no favors. Pizarro, Weston, hard in. Mogard in decently heavy too. I think we saw Growth involved too. Let's see if we got an onboard from that car to see what happened. He was starting way at the back. See the contact ahead. More contact ahead. Ooh. And now he's off into the grass. Ooh, big crunch. What got Ramaswamy in trouble there? He was quick in the qualifying session to even make the field. Ooh, yeah. There we go. Let's see what happened to... Ow. To my knuckles. I slammed him into the desk. What happened here to Nigel? He's looking for a way through all this. Looking okay. Ooh, he's going to get hit by the 9. Up into the dirt, and he's just going to lose it. Get a little contact. And around. He's probably the one that got away with it the most. What happened to Kevin? Did we have an incident coming into the pits? We've had an incident coming into the pits, haven't we? No, it wasn't coming into the pits. Where did this contact occur? Contact under yellow. We took the yellow, and then we all had a stupid off into turn 2, huh? We've spun Fitzmaurice around and all run into each other. Lights are out on the pace car. Out of the race. Pizarro done. Mogard done. Weston done. York, that fuel problem was irresolvable that they were working on. That car is done. And I do not think Mike Carroll has gotten out on track. No, Mike Carroll, they could not rectify that car. He will score no points today. Field's gotten a little mixed up from pit stops. I'm surprised that everybody would have pitted there immediately, but we're getting ready to go green again. Got some damaged cars now at the back of the field. Smoke's still very heavy. We're hoping the smoke will clear sometime in the near future, but fortunately our next few races aren't in this part of the country. There were rumors that this race might get canceled due to the conditions, but going to try to make it happen. I'm sure some drivers are going to be blaming the smoke for the problems they've already had, as Diggs is going to lead us to the green. Green, green, green. A little bit of jockeying off into one. Looks like a cleaner start at the front. Hawkins here. Not at the very pointy end of the field, but solidly mid-pack here. Having a look at Vatcher here going up the hill. Doesn't get alongside him. Still trying to have a look. Right on him down the hill. Smoke is very heavy down here. You can't really turn under a guy there. You'll kill all your own momentum if you do that. Ooh. Drake getting muscled out of the way. A little bit of contact there. And now he's losing spots. Lost 3 spots there when Poulsen gave him a nudge. Davis and Mersdorf fighting it out. We've seen these two in a lot of battles this season. Mersdorf to the inside as we come up the hill. That's checked them both up. Here comes McDonald with a big head of steam. Now McDonald's right here on Davis. Not close enough to have a pop, though, at the end of the straightaway. Diggs continues to lead. Scott Drake, I think, might have pitted. Scott Drake is in the pits. Something wrong with that car after the contact. May have been a problem that caused the contact. Van Buren 2 laps down, having needed to get a tow back to the pits after the incident, but is running. Nice battle here. Kevin, even with this destroyed car, passing, going through the field. Gets around Shadle here at the chicane. Shadle trying to make a run back at him. Not really getting there. We got dust here. That might be from Drake exiting the pits. They do occasionally run over that line on their way out and throw up a little bit of dust. I think Drake did get going without losing a lap. Kevin now has Shadle all over him. Shadle takes a look up the hill. Pushes Kevin wide. Kevin's trying to fight it. Side by side, and Kevin's going to fight him off for now. Stephen Lowe and Brian Phillips fighting behind him. Now it's Fresh and Phillips. Diggs 1 second lead. Another second back to Mersdorf. Front of the field getting a little spread out. That's why we're watching some action deeper in the pack. It gets sorted out here. Brian's going to try to take a run here at Davis. I don't know that he's going to get enough of a run to get alongside, but he's going to send it. He got there. Cheerwine 119 going for the spot. But Davis gets a run on the outside. Al Phillips needs to stay there. I don't think he's going to do it. Now he's got to worry about Fitzmaurice. He's going to send it here into 3. And Davis gave him the room. Somebody's been off track up here. Now Gunk and Fitzmaurice fighting. And Gunk's going to come through. Scott Drake has lost a lap out there on the track. Back of the field's 22 seconds off the lead already. And Diggs is stretching it out at the front of the field. Right on board with Batista. He should be coming through the field. Just didn't get the qualifying effort that he would have liked. Up the hill, through the chicane. Little lift at the crest of the hill just as the car gets light. Little lift here just for confidence and to make sure the car doesn't slide too far out on the exit down the hill. Listen, you kind of have to play with the throttle there, because if you try to take that flat, you're going to be in the Armco. Down the front stretch. Take it as deep as you dare off into turn 1. Try to set it in across these patches. The long, long corner. Wait. Apex power. And then you're almost immediately at turn 2. Turn 2 is a little deceptive. Another late apex there. Then turn 3. Want to carry as much speed as you can. Down the no-name. I think this is the no-name straight. It's not even a straightaway. I don't know why it's even called a straightaway. Then up the hill, we see some side-by-side ahead. Batista gaining on Vatcher. That is the 10th place car ahead of him. Some action up there. They're racing each other ahead of him. Paulson, McComas, Beresford, and Cheeseman having a battle. And that's bringing Vatcher and Batista right up to him. And McDonald has gotten around the 78 of Davis. See if he closes in. But this gaggle ahead of Batista is the most exciting battle in the top 10 at the moment. About the only battle in the top 10. Here comes Batista looking for the move. He's going to get run up to the curb. Has to lift, otherwise he's going to clear Cheeseman out. But he's got the inside line here if he can keep it in here. And you really can't go side by side through here. Cheeseman's going to have to give it up. And put Batista up a spot. Batista moves up to P10. Cheeseman's not giving up. But he's going to run out of ability here pretty quick. Ability to do anything about it, that is. Oh, well, he's going to force Batista wide here. Cheeseman's going to get the spot back. Batista thought that job was done, but it wasn't. McDonald is not gaining on the leader at the moment. We got vultures behind him here. They can't exactly just ride. They gotta go. Drake a lap down, but Stapleton is in this fight. And this might explain McDonald's inability to move forward. He is stuck behind the 2-lap down car of Lawrence Van Buren, but I think he might get him here down the straightaway, or whatever this qualifies as. I haven't gotten him yet. Needs to get him here. There it goes. Leader will catch the back of the field here quicker than you'd think. Mersdorf onto the back of Sphere. Diggs continues to drive off into the smoky haze. Ooh, Sphere made a mistake. Here comes Mersdorf. Can he keep his nose in here? He can. And Mersdorf's going to move up to second. Batista's worked his way into the top 10 again. Mersdorf not exactly getting away, though. Everybody's losing time to the leader. And we've got a caution. Scott Drake stopped on the front stretch. Pounded into the wall. Did he have a suspension failure? What has happened here? He's dragged it down the front stretch. No, he got help. Comes off the corner. Stapleton's right there. Stapleton's going to nick him. He's going to get the tires and then go for a spin down the middle of the straightaway. Right in the middle of the straightaway, even. Going to try to gather it up here. Everybody checked up behind him wisely. Nobody hit him, but yeah, something's wrong with the suspension. He's just dragging along the wall, trying to find a way to get it to the end of the pit wall, maybe bring it around. But that'll put out another caution and close up the gaps. We'll see who's going to bring it to pit road here. I would suspect most of them will be coming in. And that will erase the 40 cars' very large lead, and he will lead the whole trail of cars into the pits. A little gap in the field, they haven't all bunched up. That might actually help these guys in the top 10, because 11th on back have not caught up, because I believe the yellow was out when they took the line, so they had to check up. Here they all come now. Don't see anybody staying out. So they all come in. Tires going on, filling them full of fuel. Should not be able to make it from here, obviously. And off pit road we come. Looks like Diggs will hold his spot. Mersdorf will hold second. McDonald did jump Sphere, and we will be going green at the line. Where is the pace car? Probably about halfway around the lap. I don't know if the whole field will even get caught up here. I don't think the whole field's going to get caught up. I think we're going to be spread over half the track here when we get the green. Pace car coming over the hill, down the hill and under the bridge. Getting ready for the restart. Front half of the field's mostly together, but yeah, I think we still got guys that are going to be hustling to catch up here. Pace car's in. Yeah, we still got guys catching up. And we're green. Yeah, some of those guys back there were still full bore getting caught up. Off into turn one we go. Oh, 3 wide back here with a lap car. And Buren's going to stay in it here. For what reason, I'm not really sure. And over the crest of the hill. And Van Buren just messed up some people's lives there for a hot minute. And Drake done for the day after the contact. Van Buren is now 3 laps down, running 36. Is slowly picking up spots as the attrition picks up. They're staying with Diggs a little better than they did on the initial on the initial long run. Would say the initial start, but that was a 1-lap dash before the caution was displayed. Mersdorf might be mounting a challenge here in a moment. Davis back to, Tommy Davis says, back to 9th. Almost gotta run. Anything to do? Not yet. They're closing on Diggs, slowly. Batista up to 8th. If he can get up to this battle, he might become a contender. Batista always good on a road course. They're getting a little stagnant here at the front. They're staying with him, but they can't quite get to him. They need a mistake, I think. Yeah, gap grew that lap. Let's take a look back to the field here a little bit. Batista with clean track ahead of him. Van Buren is holding up Vatcher now. I don't think Van Buren's car is killed, but something ain't right, and it's not as fast as he'd want it to be. He's just sort of riding today, hoping to pick up spots as attrition occurs. Vatcher should have probably capitalized on that. He was given the lane, and he didn't take it. Tommy Davis is fading. He's out of the top 10 now. I don't know if he's had trouble with this 8 car or what. Vatcher's going to get him here. Just try to. Ideally, for the rest of these guys in this quartet, they'll force him wide here, and they're all going to... Come on, take him. I thought Cheeseman was going to lay a fender to him there for a moment. Now, Mazzomo, come on. Hawkins didn't get him. He might get him down the hill here. And we've got another caution on the speedway. Yellow flag is waved at start finish. Let's see if we can find out why. I think that car was already destroyed. I don't see a cause. I don't see the pace car out here either. We're gonna try to figure it out. There's the pace car. Let's try to figure out what this yellow's for. Probably an incident that occurred so quickly that we missed it. Come on. How long's... Man, pace car was sitting there for a while. Hawkins had just gone by. Oh, there it is. Ron Stout got turned around coming over the top of the hill from the looks of it. Let's see if we get a good view of this. He's going to get in here. Oh, he hit Phillips. He hit Phillips, but where did... Gonna have to look at an onboard, I guess, see what happens here. So he's gonna get into Phillips, turns himself, whack! Then back onto the track. There's only like one car coming. And Diggs has stayed out under this caution, as has most of the field. Except Mersdorf. Mersdorf came in and gave up second. Interesting. That moves McDonald up to the second spot. And lights are out on the pace car, so we will be going green this time around. That's a lot of track position that Mersdorf just gave up. 24 car, they've had a suspension failure. That car is done. Oh, it's going to be another spot for Van Buren to pick up here. Going to leave us with 35 cars running out of 42 that were on the grid. One car failed on the grid, the points leader, Mike Carroll. Doubt he'll still be the points leader. Pace cars in. And we are green, green, green. Mersdorf went back to 19th for pitting. I believe Batista pitted as well, so there was a bit more mixed of a strategy than I would have expected. We'll see if it pans out. If green flag pit stops ever occur, it might prove to be detrimental. Donald having a look. He wants to lead this race. Diggs has led it from the drop of the green flag. Up the hill, McDonald will take the lead. And that'll be our first change for the lead all day. And it'll be official here at the line. New leader, number 31. Now I gotta see if he can pull away here. Sphere kind of staying with these two. Trying to stretch out here at the front. We are approaching halfway. Look for some battles a little further back here. Stapleton and Whitman fighting for P7 here. Tonto waiting in the wings to see what'll happen. Looks like Whitman might get the spot here up the hill. Whitman gets a lot of curb there. This fight's still not over. Over the hill. Still side by side. Tonto's going to stick it in here, try to get the job done. Stapleton has to put in a big lift. That's going to check them all up behind. Here comes Daniels. Stephen Davis looking for the big dive off into one. Pair of Pontiacs trying to get away with the front here. Tonto going to have a look at Whitman now. And Daniels going to get alongside him too. And Whitman's going to lose all that hard-fought ground here. Now he's going to have to fight Painter down the hill. Painter alongside him. And Mersdorf's going to make it 2 in one corner. Rodriguez dives in on the 45 of Stephen Davis. Some good racing back here. Sure, there's a good race going on for the lead too, but I can't take my eyes away from this shit. Field's gotten really mixed up from the pit strategies. We got guys running a lot further forward than I think their cars would have them be. Davis here. Tommy Davis, that is, trying to get around Phillips. Next victim will be Stephen Davis. No relation. Batista mired back here. Looking for a way through, not finding it. Good damage. He's had contact with somebody out there. I think we got a battle for the lead shaping up here. Maybe we don't. It just must be really close to the line. It's not close now. Well, Mersdorf's about to work his way back into the top 10 at the rate he's coming forward. And he does kind of need to do this. He's got to make up that track position. Painter defends. Mersdorf is right on him, though. Still being defensive. That's going to let the 6 have a look. Rodriguez doesn't have anything for him. Can't get the run off the corner. McDonald and Diggs have pulled 5 seconds on everybody else, and McDonald's starting to pull away from Diggs now from the looks of it. And Mersdorf has moved forward. Now he's going to look at Stapleton here, trying to claw his way forward. There's some clean track available ahead. McDonald's stretching it out at the front now. Still 35 cars running. Isaac Growth last car on the lead lap. About half a lap down at the moment. Oh, and he's going to get there. Thought there was going to be some contact getting off into the corner there. Now he's got to hold on the outside here through 2. You can do that. He can get it done here at 3. He's held on good. He's got him. Another spot for Mersdorf. And he'll be halfway this time at the line. Really feel like maybe they can do it on one more stop here. Well, he's caught Daniels pretty quickly here. Let's see if he can go right past him. I think McDonald at this point is hoping this stays green. If we stay green, I think that Mersdorf is kind of in a weird strategy spot. And McDonald's starting to pull away from everybody. And Mersdorf has a look at Daniels. I think he's going to get him here coming up the hill. And there's another spot for the 54 team. Problem is, these battles are happening about 15 seconds behind the leader. And if everybody's going to make the same number of pit stops to the end, I don't know that Mersdorf, having made an extra one under yellow, has really helped him any. He was running P2 before that stop. So his next victim's going to be Tonto here. I believe he... Whoop, that's a helicopter. I believe he is closing in on already. Yeah, he's putting in good laps here. He might actually be the fastest car on the track. The problem is he has a lot to make up. Same for Tommy Davis and John Batista. I think Davis may just be struggling, but Batista and Mersdorf went onto this strategy that I don't know that I understand. Maybe I'm not seeing the full picture. That's what happens when I don't have a pit reporter. Their flight didn't get in because of all the smoke. They're closing in here ahead. Tonto's catching McComas, who's also being caught, the pair of them, by this 54 machine. Tonto having a look at McComas. As Sphere and Vatcher have a fight up ahead. Tonto's got McComas. Mersdorf's going to try to do it too. And he's done it, and we have a caution. That's not what that 31 team wanted to see, was a yellow on the speedway. We've got the 19 stopped in the pit lane. Is this related to why we're under caution? It is. We've had an incident down the front stretch. Ben White has grenaded a motor down the front stretch. That went big time. And, oh, I think he got in his own oil trying to get out of the way. He hit the wall and spun it. Owen got clipped by the 8. That 19's probably going to be done for the day. And the 64 struggled to get around him. And that big lead the 31 had is gone. Well, I expect everyone's going to pit here. Might even be able to make it from here. I'm not really sure. Thought I knew what the fuel window was, but maybe I don't. Definitely cars that are not going to get caught up if they're just going up past the pace car. Isaac, there's no way he catches up. And I expect that 19 is likely done for the day. Alright, let's see. Everybody comes in, so I don't think Mersdorf's strategy really played out. He lost track position out of it. If he had stayed out here, then maybe there would have been some gain, but yeah, most of the fields come together here. So that's good. And we'll see who's going to win this race off of pit road. In fact, it's going to be 4 tires and fuel for everybody. And put everybody on pretty even footing. And McDonald will win the race off of pit road and resume as the leader. Diggs will stay up there in second. We will be going green at the line. I think Mersdorf is behind Tonto. Alright, over the top of the hill, pace car is going to plunge down. And we're green. There's some sort of weird stack up in the middle of the field, but I'm not sure what that was about. We're all stacked up here. We're 3 wide. Look at this. 3 wide. Batista trying to make hay in the middle. Craziness on this restart. And a caution on the speedway again. There's been an incident. And I think I have a hunch where it is because there's a giant gap in the field there. I have a hunch it was one of these guys. Oh, yep. Coming up the hill under the bridge, we got cars spun. And just a pile up here. Everybody piled in that was behind it. Probably good that we got a yellow there because there was a complete track blockage. As suspected, the 19 is done for the day. That leaves 34 running. Don't know that if we'll see anybody come to pit road here. If you thought you were really close on fuel, maybe. We'll find out right quick. I haven't seen any takers as of yet. Somebody is on the pit road way up ahead of the field. Spark coming in, so some with accident damage towards the back are going to come in. But not all. Somebody's going to leapfrog all the accident damaged cars. And Beresford got around Diggs on that restart. Lights out on the pace car. So we're going to give it another go here. That was a chaotic restart, so it's not super surprising that we saw yellow on it. Alright, pace car's going to disappear here. We're going to turn them loose again. Pace car's off once again. Into the haze and smoke the leader goes, heading towards the starter stand that we swear is down there somewhere. We are green. Re-widen the midfield again. Look at this. Guy's getting up on that curb. Whoa, 3 wide off the final corner. Fitzmaurice in the middle. And now he's going to be on the outside here for turn 1. He stays in it. Trio of Pontiacs racing hard. Here comes Painter in the Toyota now. And Fitzmaurice will shut him off. Daniel's way wide off the last corner. And now he's going to have to fight Gunk down into turn 1. Batista into the top 10 again. Jeez, Daniel's just getting bullied here. He lost a ton of spots and not very many corners. So Vatcher has moved up into 3rd. Beresford now runs 2nd. Diggs is faded back to 5th. McDonald leads by a second and a half. Once again, he's here just hoping that it stays green. He's going to try to get Vatcher here. Vatcher's going to go from 3rd to 6th from the looks of it. He's not careful. He needs to be able to turn in here. Tonto and Mersdorf stack up behind him. And Vatcher, ooh, he's 3 wide off into turn 1. Here comes Mersdorf and Tonto on him. Still 3 wide. Mersdorf all the way on the outside. He's going to have to lift, right? He doesn't. Mersdorf sends it into turn 3. We're still 3 wide. Still 3 wide down this straightaway. Mersdorf is getting muscled out. Finally has to lift. Who thought you'd go 3 wide that long for a lap here at Lime Rock? Brought Batista and Davis right onto this trio, though. And here comes Batista trying to go around Davis. Gonna get him. Batista attempting to charge up through the field. He's gonna have a look at Vatcher here into 1. Didn't get him yet. Needs to hang tough and dive it in here at 3 and make this pass happen. I think, yep, he's got the spot. Oh, nope, he got out onto the dirt and had to lift. Got it all to do again, but I think now he's going to get him here because he's going to be able to just sort of shove him off here. There we go. Batista finally gets the job done. I think Vatcher might be struggling. And McDonald's just gone at the front. Sphere closing in on Beresford. Gonna make it a battle for 2nd. And Beresford makes a mistake. Here comes Sphere. Beresford forces Sphere over. Sphere had to lift a little. But he's going to get the job done. Job done. Cheeseman and Gunk having a little fight here. Gunk's going to swing it around the high side. And McDonald leads by over 4 seconds. Beresford seeming to struggle a little bit now. He's got digs all over him. Beresford makes a mistake again there at turn 3. Diggs going to try to capitalize. And he's going to get the spot here. He's going to move back up to 3rd. Caution, caution, caution. Not what the leader wanted to hear. 73 seems to be in trouble. 4-second lead's going to evaporate. And what has happened here? Going down the front stretch. Something broke. You can hear it scraping. Oh, and he's going to get clobbered. Something broke on the suspension on that one. It was completely out of control. Last thing McDonald wanted to see was another yellow, though. And that means decision time. Do we pit? Do we stay out? "33 cars running. The 9 was retired during that run. 73 might be done. We'll find out once they get that thing back to the pits. But took a couple of pretty hard whacks there. Alright, so who pits? You can certainly make it from here if you couldn't already make it. Now it looks like we're all going to stay out. I think that's, well, we got some takers. Rodriguez coming in. He might be the only one. No, Daniels, Fitzmaurice, Farrell, Corbett and Stout. Corbett and Stout had damage though from hitting the stopped car. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Pace car is in. And we are green. Donald just checks out at the front of the field almost immediately. Oh, then he makes a mistake at turn 3. That's going to bring Sphere towards him. So Batista sits P10 again. He just hasn't been able to get much further forward than the back half of the top 10. I think Diggs is going to try to make this a fight for second here in a moment. And we are inside 20 to go. When we get going green, the laps cook off quickly. That 31 doesn't look as steady as it was earlier when it was pulling a 4-second lead. That's why he's not happy to have seen all these yellows. If we'd stayed green, I think this race had already been over for him. But now Sphere's right there with him. And the 73 is actually resumed. So he's out there somewhere. Everyone keeps taking that terrible line at turn 3, but it hasn't seemed to hurt him too much. It just doesn't seem to be letting him get away. But if Sphere actually got in there and made a move, it'd be over. These three have checked out on everybody. Oh, now Sphere makes a little bobble there. Diggs is going to try to capitalize, but can't get inside. Yeah, they've now got 3 seconds on everybody else, so this trio are going to decide this race without a caution. Yeah, that static camera down that straightaway gives you an idea how much they're getting away, so you see less and less of the chasing pack. 33 cars still going around the speedway. And what has been touted as quite possibly the best mile and a half in North America. It's not your typical mile and a half, but we get some good racing here. We've even seen some 3 wide today. Oh, move for the lead. McDonald missed the corner, and Sphere is going to try to capitalize. He'd made that same mistake a few times in a row, so... And he's lost 2 spots on that lap. Not what he wanted. He's going to have to try to charge back. As Fresh makes the pit stop, we have a few cars in the pit lane here. So let's see if they can come back on Sphere here. Sphere has now become the 3rd different leader of this race, and we are getting down to the time they pay out the money. We're seeing a bunch of pit stops. Can guys not make it on fuel, or are guys having trouble? If we're going to see pit stops right here at the end, this could get really weird really quick. And we got Tonto merging right in front of the leaders. So this could mix the entire running order up based on who can make it. The guys that pitted on that last caution might actually have an advantage. They might be okay. We might get a surprise. $11 laps to go, and fuel may actually be a question. They are closing back in on Sphere here. I think Tonto's going to drive away. If he's got tires, he's probably going to pull away from these guys. And Sphere misses turn 3. Here comes Diggs. It's just such an easy corner to get in there too deep. And Diggs back to the lead. We got 28 cars on the lead lap, 33 cars running. Stapleton, Phillips, and Fresh have pitted and lost the lap. No other takers so far to pit road from the looks of it. And McDonald's going to make the move back up for second. He's got it. They're all taking a weird line there, and it gets really easy, I think, just to get a little too far out and get into the dirty part of the track. Laps are winding down. Diggs leads. McDonald second. Sphere in third. These are the three with the best chance of winning the race, so Sphere looks like he might be fading out of it. Have not appeared to be any other cars have taken the dive for pit road. I don't know if they're going to catch Ronstadt or Isaac Groth before the end of the race. They're pretty far back and off pace, but well, Diggs might be stretching it now. Sort of been the trend today. The leader tends to just drive off. Only thing that tends to bring the leader back is a yellow flag. We've had a good handful of those today. For a handful of incidents, a couple of scary ones, a couple of just silly looking ones. Yeah, Diggs is stretching it for now. Yeah, Diggs did not get through turn 3 very well there. That's brought McDonald right to him. I don't think he's close enough to do anything this lap. But Diggs better not make that same mistake twice. Donald right here on him now, coming through turn 2 and 3. I think he might take a look here at 3. He does, to the inside. Down the straightaway and up the hill, here we come. Diggs gets way wide, tucks in behind. He's not giving up the fight just yet. May have lost that battle, but he's not giving up on the war. Gonna try to get into the toe here. Get a draft down the front straightaway. Gives it a little peek, but he wasn't anywhere near close enough for that move. But he might be close enough at 3 to reciprocate the move from a lap ago. Yeah, can't quite turn inside of him there. This is bringing Sphere back to the two of them. And the lap car Tonto has been no factor. I think he did get tires, so he is actually able to run lap times a little bit faster than the leaders on those harsher tires. And once again, they get through 3 pretty well. Sphere actually might have had some trouble there at the corner. But McDonald wants to get far enough away from him that he doesn't have to be checking his mirror at 3. Haven't seen any other cars coming to pit road, so it may have just been a handful of them that were short on fuel. Donald really wants to stretch it here, but Diggs keeps getting close right again at turn 3. That seems to be the best place to go for a move. He's going to go for it. They're going to have a drag race down the straightaway here. Diggs didn't get enough of a run. Is he going to stick it in here? No. He's starting to run out of chances, and he knows it, and it shows. McDonald coming to the pits. Maybe fuel is an issue. That's going to hand the lead over to Diggs. 2 laps to go. This... Oh, I don't believe this. Nobody can make it then, right? They were racing like they were good to go to the finish. It's going to be the white flag next time by. I cannot believe that anybody's going to be that close. Oh boy. That leaves it now looking like it might be Sphere and Diggs unless everybody is going to have to pit. We don't actually know now. If they come into the white flag, this will get interesting. This is going to be the moment of truth. Do they have the fuel? Is this going to get weird? Diggs continues. Sphere continues. Here comes the white flag. Can they make it back around? Can Sphere get close enough to make a charge here? We got dust. I think that's from cars rejoining that have pitted. He missed the corner, but Sphere wasn't close enough to do anything about it. Just got to hold him off for the rest of the lap here. Not too many good passing opportunities coming. Do they have enough fuel, though? Over the top of the hill, they'll at least make it to the line. Under the bridge. I think he's got it, unless he runs out of fuel right now. I think Mullimer Diggs is going to win. And he will. He's going to take the victory. From Lime Rock, Sphere comes home second. Third's going to go to Tommy Davis. Vatcher's going to come home fourth. Polson's going to take fifth. Mersdorf, sixth. Batista comes home seventh. Eighth is going to go to McComas. Ninth to Hawkins. 10th belongs to Fitzmaurice. Then we get Cheeseman, Rodriguez, Stephen Davis, Jack Painter, Bobby Farrell, Kevin Corbett, Doug Spark, Nigel Ramaswamy, Nate Moorhead, and there behind them is the 31. Led a good chunk of this race, comes home 20th. Brian Lowe, Beresford, he pitted. Daniels, Stout, Tonto, Growth, Whitman. And where did Tony Gunk end up in the running order? He ended up 31st a lap down with his pit stop. What a crazy finish. What a crazy and unexpected finish. I don't know what to say. Diggs, Sphere, and a bunch of other guys just had better mileage. That 31 car was fast, but he was 2 laps short on fuel. He had the fastest lap of the race by 0.3 and just did not have the fuel economy to win this thing. Well, let's see what that's going to do to our points. We know that Mike Carroll is likely in trouble. Having not even made it to the line, he will score no points. As we go into the off week, that was the wrong tab. So we go into the off week before we go to Nashville. go. A weird error trying to sign into the website. So I could upload our points. We probably do need to find a better place to host these points and a lot of other website stuff, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Everything usually works. Oh. Okay. After 16 races, Diggs back into the points lead. Carroll drops a spot, still hasn't won, and with just terrible luck, he's now tied with Mersdorf. Let's see. Other changes. Painter goes past York. Cheeseman up 1. Batcher picked up 3. Tony Gunk lost 2. Stephen Davis up 2. Scott Drake down 2. Ben White down 2. Bobby Farrell moves back into the top 20, pushing Stephen Lowe out. Mogard and Spark move up, getting close to top 20. Nigel up. Troy down. Kevin climbed again. Stapleton picked up some spots. Polson picked up a few. Bev got a spot. Yari picked up 4. So did Van Buren. And now we're looking at guys that aren't running for the full points and guys that are just completely out of contention. But at the front, Diggs has jumped back ahead of Carroll, who's now tied at 2008 with Joe Mersdorf. Not much of a gap to Sphere. It's pretty close for the top 4. Davis is still there within shouting distance. Dave Daniels a little bit further back, same for Beresford, but those 4 made themselves a class of the field, and I think they will get to decide the championship this season. We will see you in 2 weeks from the fairgrounds in Nashville.